Hey everyone, how's it going? So today we're going to work on some absolute value equation exercises. So let's get started with number one. So number one, which of the following expressions is equal to -1 for some values of x? So because -1 is below 0 and the absolute value makes everything positive, it means there's no possible way for us to add something to a positive value, add a positive value to a positive value to get a negative value. So that means our only potential answer is D, where x would equal 0 to make it -1. Because if we did anything else, the absolute value would make this positive. And when you add positive to a positive, it's going to become another positive. Number two, if absolute value of 2x plus 7 equals 5, which of the following values could be 7? So if we're solving absolute value equations, we always need to solve two equations. So the first equation is 2x plus 7 equals 5. And then the second one we need to solve is 2x plus 7 equals -5. We always want to make this side negative for one of the equations and this side positive for the other one, just so we can see what the answers are. And then we just solve normally. So 2x equals -2, and then 2x equals -12. So x equals -1 and x equals -6. With absolute value equations, we always have to check for extraneous solutions. So we had check for x equals -1, so -2 plus 7 absolute value equals 5. And we also check for x equals -6, so -12 plus 7 absolute value of that equals 5. So either one could work, and we look in the answer choices and we see -6, and there's our answer. For what value of x is absolute value of x minus 1 equal to 1? So here basically what I would just do is I would just plug and chug. And then here, for what value of x is x equal -1 equal to 1? So -1 minus 1 equals, and the absolute value of that is 2, minus 1 equals 1, and we got lucky. First answer choice is correct. So now on this question, for what value of x is absolute value of 3x minus 5 equals -1? Well, you know when we get the absolute value of something, it automatically turns this positive, right? And since this equals something negative, that's just not possible. So we know that there's no such value of x. The graph of the function f is shown in the xy plane above. For what value of x is the value of f of x at its maximum? Well, we can just look at the equation and see that it peaks right here at x equals 1. And what value of x is the value of f of x at its maximum? And now it equals c. For what value of n is 3 minus 3 minus n equal to 3? So what we can do, we set 3 minus n equal to 3. And then we solve the two equations, right? So we know that -3 minus n equals 0. We always want to, when we're doing these, we always want to bring all the constants to one side. So in this scenario, we bring this constant over there, n equals 0, and then we divide that, so 3 minus n equals 0. And then we can't really make 0 negative or positive, so 3 minus n equals 0, and then n equals -3. Oh, sorry, negative n equals -3. And then divide the negative, and equals 3. And that's our answer. You can also just look at this, basically do it by inspection. We need it equal 3, and we have a 3 there. We need to make this 0, so 3 minus 3 equals 0, and then 3 is our answer. Alright, thank you guys.